What's up guys, and welcome back to the Betty Hall Clinic. Well, I've got a proper classic game review for you. We're going to take a look at Super Cycle for the Commodore 64. My god, I was 15 when this game came out. Let's take a look. This is a game for the Commodore 64. This is an absolute classic. It's one of the very first racing games you would ever come across. And yes, we're going all the way back to 1986. And as always, because the game doesn't have a story, it gets the classic 8 out of 10. Right, let's take a look at this. God, I can't believe I was 15 when this came out. Audio. Yes, I know it's pants. It's 1986, remember? What were you expecting? Full on stereo? They did learn how to use that SID chip a hell of a lot better, but as you'll see, the sound effects, I suppose they were adequate. It was probably the only word I'd describe it. And the music itself, just adequate. But I still have to be harsh, because I think at 15, I still thought this was super naff. I'm going to give it 5 out of 10. Controls. As you saw then, wow, the bend came up and I went straight off. This was one of those games that had a very steep learning curve, but give yourself a little tiny bit of time and you would be able to control the bike. Don't lean too much, otherwise you'll throw yourself straight across the track. You will get other bikes coming at you and trying to overtake you, so it's not just running along in a straight line. Apart from that, very easy game to pick up and play, and for that I'm going to give it 7 out of 10. Graphics. Now, I know there's a lot of you out there that are looking at this now and saying, what the feck are you playing? You know, this is one of the few games you had back then. The graphics, although basic by today's standards, were cutting edge almost back then. You know, the way the bike leans, I think, is brilliant. You know, the sense of speed is fantastic, and you do see backgrounds and clouds moving, and obviously the other bikes. So even though by today's standards this is naff, I'm not going to be overcritical, because I still think this is good. You get a great sense of speed playing this game, and for that, I am going to give it 7 out of 10. Gameplay. I'm pretty certain back in 1986 this might have only kept me entertained for maybe half an hour to a maximum of an hour, because it's monotonous. There's no other word for it, unfortunately. There just isn't enough going on. It's got a great nostalgia feel, me playing it again, in 2018, but back then and what it is now, it's one of those I might just show off to people and have a little bit of a giggle. And for that I am going to be harsh, but not over harsh. It's going to get 5 out of 10. Overall, this is certainly a game I've enjoyed playing for nothing more than nostalgic feelings. Like I've said before, the Commodore 64 does have a special place in my heart because it was the very first computer home console that I ever owned, and it was something completely different and new back then. And you know what, playing the games again today, it's just brilliant. I have thoroughly enjoyed it, but it's not something I'll be picking up and playing for any time soon, unfortunately. So overall, it does get a 6.4 out of 10, which, you know what, it's not bad scores. Well, there you have Super Cycle, a game that was inspired from the arcades Super Hang-On. Remember that racing game? It didn't have enough going for it. I mean, this is no road rage game, don't get me wrong, but that's it. Blast! I've just remembered the game that it reminds me of. If you've ever played it, it's Pit Stop and what's the other one? Pole Position. That's it, Pole Position. If you've ever played those, you'll understand what I'm saying right now. Very similar games, and look at it. It's got a bonus track running now. But there just wasn't really enough to keep you entertained enough. But if it wasn't for games like these, you wouldn't have got the fantastic races. Again, like Road Rage, that's a fantastic game. Best ports on the Panasonic 3DO. Check that out. Right, I hope you've enjoyed this. Drop me comments, drop me a line, tell me if you want me to do any other Commodore 64 stuff. I've got absolutely bags for that system. I'm all inspired at the moment, so I probably will do a few more on this computer. But drop me a line, let me know what you think, and I'll catch you again. Thanks for watching. Take care.